There was a small village. In this village, all kinds of people lived, as it happens in every village. Rich people, poor people, middle class people, business people, agriculturists, and all kinds of people. One day something peculiar happened. At about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, they all heard a voice from nowhere, voice from the skies. It told, all people in this village are good people. God is very happy with them. So God has decided to give a boon for them. Whatever they want, God will give. So do one thing, take a piece of paper and write down what you want to be happy. I know all of you want to be happy, so please write down on a paper what you want that makes you happy. And then at 12 o'clock at night, cross the village, there's a big banyan tree there, drop this paper that you have written there and come back. And morning 6 o'clock, you will get what you wanted. People laughed and said, how can it happen? By writing on a piece of paper, how can I get it? They ignored it. Again at 2 o'clock, the same thing repeated, same information repeated. Some people said the second time the voice is saying, may be true. Again 4 o'clock, the same thing got repeated. Evening 6 o'clock, another repetition. People became serious. We don't know from where the voice comes. It must be the voice of God. And if God is willing to give us whatever we want, why not take it? They started writing. One piece of paper, started writing. Some people took 2 sheets, and somebody took a 200 pages book itself to start writing what they want to make themselves happy. There was a beggar in the village, used to go from home to home, collect alms from people. They told him, look, you have got a chance now, beautiful chance, make a list of what you want and put it there on the banyan tree. Next day morning you will not have to beg anybody else, you will be a rich man yourself. The beggar smiled and went away. People were writing very seriously, discussing in the family, what we want, what should we have. Everything they started making list. By 12 o'clock at night, there was a long queue outside the village near the banyan tree. They bundled their papers and threw it on the other side of the banyan tree and came back and slept. They were struggling hard to keep awake, because what was promised? By next day morning 6 o'clock, they would have got whatever they wanted. They were curious to know how things will transform. But again, it is a God's style. All of them slept so heavily. They were not conscious of what was happening. They slept completely. Morning 6:30, 7 o'clock, all of them got up. They looked around. Lo, they had what they wanted. Including the painting of the house had changed. The small house they lived had become a huge bungalow. Oh my God, they were so happy. Whatever the furniture they wanted was there. Kind of television they wanted was there. Everything was there. They were so happy. They ran out of the house to see how the house looks from outside. They designed the house also. They went and stood outside and saw, oh, exactly the same design we had given, it has become. So nice. And in the courtyard, the front yard, they could see 2 lovely cars. This is what they had written. I want these 2 cars. And the 2 cars were there. Everybody in the village was happy, very happy, extremely happy. And the storyteller says, they are happy for only 15 minutes. One fellow looked at his house, beautiful, I got what I wanted. Then turned to his right and saw a much bigger house. Oh my God, this fellow had a small hut there. But today his house is so big, 3 times bigger than mine. Why did I not ask a house of that kind? And I saw 5 cars there. I am an idiot. I have asked only 2 cars. These are old model cars. That fellow is smart. He has asked 5 cars, all brand new models. Lovely car. I should have asked that. They turned to the left. It was more beautiful. My goodness, I could have taken this design. Why did I take this small dimensions plot? I could have had a lot of area in the front. I could have had a football ground in front of my house. Che, I did not ask. They looked in the front. There's a huge lawns. Huge lawns. We never had these lawns before. They went out and saw the lawn was spreading to a distance of say about 100 meters. And at the end of the lawn stood a beautiful big white house. Huge palace. And they knew this fellow was an attendant, a small worker in an office. They said, che, we did not have the imagination of this man. He imagined a beautiful big house, a bungalow with 100-meter lawns in front of the house, and such rich, lavish thing he has got. Che, we are unfortunate. They again started feeling bad about it. And the beggar came along. They asked him, what did you ask? What did you get? He smiled and said, are you happy? He said, for some time we were happy. Looking at others, again we are not happy. The beggar said, I was happy before, I am happy now. I don't have to look for somebody to be happy. The problem with us is, I am happy or otherwise depending what my neighbors do, what my relatives do. If they have a car, it starts bothering me. I must have a car better than that. If somebody has a television, I want to have a better television. I make my life miserable by comparing myself with others. That's what the storyteller says. The joy or happiness does not come from outside. Happiness is not outside. The joy of materials that you get would remain with you for a very short time. You purchase a new car, oh, you clean it 3 times a day, beautiful. Actually, a new car does not require cleaning. We clean only at that time. And when the first scratch happens on the bonnet of the car, it looks like you got a scratch on your heart. Feels so bad. But after 3 years, another 50 scratches have come. You're already thinking of selling the car. The joy of purchasing the car has diminished over a period of time. It is true with all material objects. Whatever you purchase, the joy about them is very short-lived. But actually joy is in the heart. If you are happy with what you have, you don't have to ask for anything. Look at a small little child, 3-month-old child, sleeping in the lap of their mother. Have you seen? The child starts smiling. Why is the child smiling? Is it asking for a promotion or a marriage or a bungalow? Nothing. It is happy because happiness comes from inside. My friends, the whole life is all about that. It is your choice whether you want to be happy or not. If you want to be happy with whatever you have. You can be happy. Or go in search of materials and chase and chase and chase. You get the material. Initially for few minutes there is an euphoria of happiness. Again happiness decreases. Sadness fills the heart. So therefore the Indian philosophy says it so beautifully. Joy or happiness is not outside. It is inside you. I have seen people who have nothing with them, but they are so happy in life. But I have also seen people who have billions in their account, but they are not happy. Happiness is caused by not by the material, caused by your own feeling of happiness within. Let us search, discover this happiness within us, not outside.